Good day, ma'am. I'm Renadrian Clavin. Our lesson for today is all about substance abuse education. The Philippines remains to be a country that produces and consumes illegal drugs. Illegal drugs proliferate in the Philippine market because of the huge number of drug dependents who patronize not only one but several types of illegal drugs or otherwise called fully drug users. Ang Pilipinas ay isa sa mga bansang may seryosong problema sa ipinagbabawal na gamot ayon sa ulat ng PDEA o Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency noong 2017. Maraming Pilipino ang gumagamit at nagbebenta ng droga sa bansa. Two of the most prevalent and most abused drugs in the Philippines are methamphetamine hydrochloride or shabu and cannabis sativa or marijuana. Based on the data of drug-related arrests in the country, the main drug of choice is shabu at 96.43%, followed by marijuana at 3.36% and other drugs like ecstasy, cocaine, etc. Mayroong dalawang pinakakaraniwang gamot na inaabuso. Una, shabu. Pangalawa, marijuana. At ayon sa datos, 96.43% ng mga nahuhuli ay gumagamit ng shabu. 3.36% naman ay gumagamit ng marijuana. Ang iba pa ay gumagamit ng ecstasy, cocaine at iba pa. The emergence of new drugs in the country puts another risk in the lives of Filipinos. As of now, new emerging drugs are identified to have entered the country. This includes new psychoactive substances under UNODC watch. In the Philippines, however, there are NPS that are already classified as dangerous drugs in accordance with DDB regulations such as salvia divinorum, benzylpiperazine, ketamine, and etc. May mga bagong uri ng droga na pumapasok na rin sa bansa gaya ng salvia divinorum, benzylpiperazine, ketamine, flakka. Tandaan, kahit hindi pa kilala ng marami ang mga ito, ay mapanganib at ilegal ayon sa batas ng Pilipinas. People who suffered from addiction to illegal drugs more often than not put a strain to their personal and professional life. Aside from health concerns, these people tend to lose their homes, families, friends, and jobs. These dependents tend to have financial strains due to their investments in illegal drugs which are very costly. Mga epekto ng droga sa buhay ng isang tao. Una, nawawala sa katinuan at maayos na kalusugan. Pangalawa, nawawasak ang pamilya, pagkakaibigan at trabaho. Pangatlo, nalulubog sa utang dahil mahal ang droga. For year 2017, the price of shabu is 5,000 pesos per gram. Marijuana is priced at 100 pesos per gram. Cocaine is valued at 4,200 per gram, while ecstasy priced as 1,500 per tablet. Due to the vast and forest shorelines and the various entry and exit point in the country, the advancers of illegal activities are very resilient and irrepressible to do illicit traffic in and out of the country. Mga presyo ng illegal na droga noong 2017, shabu, 5,000 pesos per gram, marijuana, 100 pesos per gram, cocaine, 4,200 per gram, ecstasy, 1,500 per tablet. Mahal, kaya maraming nalulubog sa utang at krimen para lamang makabili. In fact, illegal drug trafficking is the most prevalent and pervasive illegal drug activity in the Philippines. This includes the transportation of dangerous drug and controlled precursors and essential chemicals or CPECs, manufacture, distribution, and use of illegal drugs. Ang iligal na bentahan at pagkalat ng droga ang pinakakalat at pinakamalalang uri ng iligal na aktibidad kaugnay sa droga sa Pilipinas. Kasama rito ang pagbiyahe o pagtransport ng mapanganib na droga at ang mga chemical na ginagamit sa paggawa ng droga, pati na rin ang paggawa, pamamahagi at paggamit ng mga ipinagbabawal na gamot. Sa madaling salita, maraming uri ng ilegal na gawain ang konektado sa droga, hindi lang ang paggamit nito. Malaking problema ito sa bansa dahil nakakasira ito sa buhay ng tao, pamilya at lipunan. In this regard, illegal drug trafficking proves to be a huge market in the country. Drug trafficking organizations are the foundation of illegal drug trade. They usually function as the manufacturer of illegal drugs in and out of the country. Ang illegal na bentahan ng droga ay isang napakalaking industriya o merkado sa bansa. Ang mga organisasyon ng drug trafficking o sindikato ng droga ang nagsisilbing pundasyon ng illegal na kalakalan ng droga. Sila ang kadalasang gumagawa o nagpoproseso ng mga pinagbabawal na gamot at sila rin ang responsable sa pagkalat nito, maging sa loob ng bansa o sa labas nito. Ang mga sindikatong ito ay organisado at may mga koneksyon sa iba't ibang bahagi ng lipunan, kaya't mahirap silang mapigilan. Malaki rin ang epekto ng kanilang operasyon sa kapayapaan at kaayusan ng bansa, pati na rin sa kalusugan at kinabukasan ng maraming mamamayan. This results to drug syndicates, transnational and local, exploiting and utilizing Filipinos who are easily enticed by the huge amount of money involved to be drug couriers. Among these organizations are the African Drug Syndicates, ADS, Chinese or Filipino-Chinese Drug Syndicates, and the Mexican Sinaloa Drug Syndicate. Bakit maraming droga sa Pilipinas? Una, maraming baybayin o daungan kaya madaling ipasok ang droga sa bansa. Pangalawa, malawak ang kalakalan ng droga, may gumagawa, nagdadala at nagbebenta. Pangatlo, may mga sindikato mula sa ibang bansa tulad ng African Drug Syndicates, Chinese or Filipino, Chinese Drug Syndicates, Mexican Sinaloa Drug Syndicates. With the strong pronouncement of the President to address the country's drug problem at the community level, there is the continuous monitoring and assessment of drug situation at the barangay level. Sa kabuuang 42,036 barangay sa Pilipinas, mayroong 24,424 o 58.10% na tinuturing na drug affected, may gumagamit, nagtutulak o may operasyon ng droga. Ang problema sa droga ay hindi lamang problema ng gobyerno, kundi ng buong sambayanan. Kailangan ng kaalaman, disiplina at pagtutulungan ng bawat isa para malabanan ito.